Linear inequalities. Linear inequality means you can consider two real numbers or two algebraic expressions. With the symbol, they are related by the symbol like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So these symbols represent inequalities, that is linear inequalities. Let us consider 3x plus 4. 3x plus 4 is greater than 0. This is one inequality. Similarly, 2x plus 3y is less than 5. This is also another inequality. Sometimes 5x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 12. So this is also inequality. The linear equations with one variable and linear inequations with two variables. So these are the two classes. So linear inequations. Linear inequations. This can be classified into linear inequation with one variable and linear inequation with two variables. In this case, we can put ax plus b. Ax plus b is less than 0, or ax plus b is greater than or equal to 0. So these are all having only x as the variable, because one variable, others are coefficients or constants. Whereas in the case of two variables, you will be having x and y. For instance, ax plus by is less than c. So here we have x and y variable. There are two variables. Similarly, you can have 2x plus 3y is greater than 5. So here x and y, once again they are the double variable inequalities, linear inequalities. So these are all some examples about the linear inequalities. Now let us discuss the rules for linear inequalities. Take down rules for solving an inequality. So you should never forget this. So rule number 1. The first rule is equal numbers may be added to both sides. Equal numbers may be added to both sides of an inequality, but the condition is without affecting the sign of inequality. Without affecting the sign of inequality. Okay? Next, second rule. Second rule states that equal numbers may be like addition, you can subtract. Okay? So the same can be applicable, but instead of addition you can put subtraction. Okay, so may be subtracted from. Both sides without affecting the sign of inequality. This is rule number 2. And rule number 3 is both sides of an inequality can be multiplied by the same positive number. Okay, but when both sides are multiplied by a negative number, there will be a change in the sign, that is inequality is reversed. Note down this important point. But when both sides are multiplied by, what is that? A negative number. That is very important. A negative number. Then sign of inequality changes, is reversed. So this you must remember. Then both sides of an inequality can be divided by the same positive number, but when both sides are divided by a negative number, then the sign of inequality is reversed. So these 4 rules must be memorized. Okay. Right. Now let us cite some examples. Underline the key points. What is the first key point here? Equal numbers may be added. So addition can take place. You can add on both sides. So generally inequality or equality, in both the cases we have to add any number on both sides. So added both sides without affecting the sign. So no change in the sign. So without affecting the sign. Similarly, it can be subtracted both sides without affecting the sign. So no sign change without affecting the sign. Similarly, can be multiplied, okay, by positive without affecting the inequality, the sign of the inequality. But when they are multiplied by negative number, the inequality sign is reversed. So that you must remember. Similarly, both sides can be divided by the same positive number without change in the inequality sign. But when it is divided by a negative number, the sign of inequality is reversed. So these 2 are very important. Okay, right. So based on this, let us work out some problems. Okay, take down. Right. Solve 18x is less than 150 when x is a natural number, and then 2, x is an integer, right? Now let us work out this sum. Okay, right. Now let us consider 18x. Let us consider the first case, that is 18x is less than 150. 18x is less than 150. 18x is less than 150. Therefore, now what you are supposed to do? Multiply 8 by 118 on both sides. Okay. So multiply this equation by 1 by 18, right, on both sides. Now we get 18 into 1 by 18 and then into x is less than 150 into 1 by 18. So that is, you can strike out this, and therefore what about this? This is 3 6 or 18 and this is 25 6 150. Therefore x is less than 25 by 3. Okay, x is less than 25 by 3. Now it is given x is a natural number. In the first case, x is a natural number. Okay, it is given as x as natural number. So natural number means, according to this, it may be true for, that is, x is natural number, it belongs to a natural number. So this case is true for what? When x is equal to, for the set of, when I put 1, that's correct, 2, that's correct, 3, correct, 4, correct, 5, okay, 6, okay, 7 3s are 21, okay, then 8 it will come, and more than that it won't. So we had to stop with 8. So the solution set is 8. Why? Because x is equal to 25, assuming that it is equal to 25 means, or you can put x is equal to, x is less than 25 by 3 means 25 by 3 it will give what? It's a natural number. So 9 3s are 27. So it cannot be 27. It cannot be 27. Okay. So that is it can be less than only 25. So it means 8 3s are 24. Okay, 8 3s are 24 and 1 by 3. But we need to consider only the natural number and no fraction. So we had to consider 8 alone. So up to 8 we can put, and that is the solution. You cannot put 9 because 25 by 3 it cannot give more than 8 and 1 by 3, and we cannot put 1 by 3 also. Okay, so the correct answer is this one. Now in the second question it is asked, x is an integer. So if x is an integer, we can start from minus sign, is it not? Minus 0 plus anything it will come. So x belongs to an integer means, then what are the possible solutions? It can start from anything from minus. You can put minus 2, minus 1 and put 0, and you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, That's all. You cannot exceed because it is an integer, it's not a rational number. So you cannot introduce any 8.333, all these things. Okay, so you have to stop with that. Now the solution is this much. Do you understand?